Okay, I'll just mention starting for those at home.
In Vietnamese, I don't know whether it's already opened. They will announce in Vietnamese there. Yeah.
For those at home, and we're about to start this new session.
Dạ, con xin hỏi là con cũng được nghe trong những cái cuốn sách mà cha anh cũng thường chỉ dạy á, chớ có lơ là các pháp và xem thường các pháp, và Đức Phật cũng có dạy rằng là chớ dễ vui với các pháp. Con xin cha anh và cô Sarah và cùng mọi người ở đây có thể chỉ dạy cho con rõ hơn cái ý này không ạ? Dạ.
So we read that the Buddha, before passing away, he said, be heedful, don't be heedless. And also, sometime when we read the books or hear what you say, sometimes you also say, don't neglect the Dhamma now. So what does that mean, and how do we understand the Buddha words about not being heedless?
But heedless to study carefully.
The translation. Đã được chưa chị? Chị không nghe.
Không thấy cách nói lại.
Dạ, bây giờ em nói dịch luôn vậy. Đừng, tức là khi mà nói là đừng có dễ ruôi, là đừng có dễ ruôi với việc học pháp một cách kỹ càng cẩn thận. Mở khởi động máy cho chị. Trong lúc đấy thì em có thể hỏi câu của em.
Come back. It might be useful realizing or to know that the Pali word there is appamadena, sampadeta, but it's interesting that the word appamadena, or to be heedful, literally means not to be crazy. The root of that word is mud, literally meaning mad in English. So when there is not heedfulness, or however you like to translate it, there is a kind of craziness that's akusala. And as I said, the root for that word is mud, M-A-D. So the Buddha, they were his last words, was encouraging people to not to be neglectful of understanding or of kusala at any level. But we can imagine, because he was the Buddha, he was referring to sati at the level of satipatthana. That's how I would understand that. So as I said, it's interesting that the root of that word is mud, literally meaning mad. So he's encouraging people not to be crazy with akusala.
Nghe được chưa?
The main point is that being heedful, no one there, no one to do anything. So it's actually referring to the development of understanding and awareness now, not anyone who can understand or be aware, but from careful considering, there is heedfulness, there is understanding, awareness with right effort.
Dạ, con cũng thấy cũng rõ hơn một chút. Nhưng mà sao ta? Cũng tại vì thôi cái này Bích nói đi, Bích nói là cái ý của Bích đi. chia sẻ đó là câu này chỉ biết là
Là ý gì ạ?
cái pháp mà tôi phải học ở nhà như thế nào.
Dạ, em nói chị Diệp giúp em.
Nói tiếng Anh, cứ nói đi.
So to begin study Buddhist teaching, I see many methods to study. But I don't know the right way to study at my home, because now I have many time at my home. So sometimes I just read some book. Sometimes I feel boring because I listen about a lot of the real reality, but I cannot have many experience about the reality now. Example, the seeing now. So I am doubt.
You are not, right? Or it's the moment of no understanding.
Yes, I think at the moment, no understanding now.
And how to understand? It's there now.
Yes, by considering the reality.
What is a reality right now?
Now I have seen now. See.
I again.
When I open my eyes, immediately I can see everything around me.
I again. So we are learning to understand what is true right now as it is. As it is. For example, seeing. Is it you see, or there is a reality arising and experiencing it, sees it, not anyone. Learn to understand the truth. Actually, there is no you, no I, or anything permanent at all to be taken for I, because seeing itself sees and then gone. Before it arises, there's no seeing. And when it sees, it's gone. Is that true? Just have confidence of the truth. Whether it's true or not, only that, no more than that.
Yet yesterday, when you said to me, it is possible to understand. So at that moment, I'm very happy to hear you said to me. So I feel more confident.
Not enough. Never enough.
So I mean, I want to say my story yesterday. At the moment, I'm feel confident, but next moment, so I had a little bit confident to the reality when you teach about Dhamma. So my husband, he told to me the Buddhist teaching. He talked about the two parama. So I also consider about the now is the two. So at that moment, I also consider what is the arise now. So maybe my confidence sometimes increase and down consciously.
Is it true?
I don't know.
Is it true? You just talk about the way it is, up and down.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
Can you change it? Have it different?
No.
At will? Impossible.
I cannot change.
Why not?
Because everything come and far away just by conditions.
Okay. A little more confidence, little by little.
So
Not enough.
yet I know not enough because
You would like to have more?
yes, I mean I want to know more about teaching about the reality. Example, the process of seeing now.
When you ask the other, what about the answer? Just to believe or consider the truth, whether it's true or not, each word, each moment.
Yes.
Is this study of Dhamma, because you mentioned at the beginning you wanted to know what was the right way to study Dhamma at home. What about now? Considering about the truth now, is that the study of Dhamma?
Yet now I just know considerate by sit doors just by here and seeing now.
One at a time.
Yeah.
So is it study now when there's considering about hearing now? How it's just the world of hearing for a moment and then gone? Is that study of Dhamma?
Yes.
What about if you're cooking at home? While you're cooking, can there be study of Dhamma?
Yes.
Why?
Because according my understand, study Buddhist teaching is every moment in daily life, work, and cook, and everything I do in daily life.
What about when they're at moments of seeing or hearing? Is there studying then?
Yes. Yes.
I think the studying has to be when there is the wise considering, when there is the understanding, the beginning of understanding. At moments of seeing or hearing, no understanding. They are just the chittas, which are result of past karma, no understanding. At moments when cooking and enjoying the food, when there is attachment, any studying at those moments?
I think when I enjoy the meal, almost akusala chitta, right? And maybe I just want to eat good dish at that time.
So at the moment of wanting or enjoying, any studying at those moments of wanting?
Yes.
Because you mentioned they are the akusala moments. So no study, no understanding at those moments. So the study now, or the study when you're cooking or eating, it's just for a moment. It's not open the book to study for half an hour. It's a moment of understanding. So mostly after seeing and hearing, there is wanting and liking and ignorance. But at moments of wise considering or understanding, that is the study. So it's just for a moment. We think at home, I'll study for 1 hour and open the books for 1 hour to learn what we've been taught. This is conventional idea of study. So open the books, but at the moments of wanting or liking or ignorance, no study. So it's just when there is the wise reflecting for a moment, the true study.
So in daily life, when I ask you one question, can we understand every moment?
What about now? Let me ask you 2 questions. First of all, can I understand everything? First question, can I understand everything now? Can I understand anything? Can I understand seeing? Can I understand hearing?
No.
Why not?
It's depend panya to understand.
It's panya that understands. And how many objects, how many realities can panya understand now?
Yes, I don't know, but I just know if consider about the reality now.
Just one. Understanding can only understand one at a time. Impossible to understand every reality now. So no need to count or think how many or how much understanding. Just consider, reflect, understand more about realities. So understanding begins to develop. No need to count or think about everything.
Yes, but I also believe the understand too can be accumulated for a long time.
Is the understanding being accumulated now? Is there a little more understanding than when we met you last time in Vietnam? Is it beginning to develop a little bit?
I'm not sure about the understand, because I know about the reality moment I have not understood, but I just listen more.
Is there a little bit more knowing about what are realities? What is reality now? When you first met Gurng, did you know anything about what is reality? Now, is there a little more considering about what is reality? A little more considering, a little bit more understanding, a little more wise reflection about what is to be understood, and a little more considering, no eye to understand, no eye to see, no eye to hear, just different realities arising and falling away now in life. So a little more understanding. This is the accumulating.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Jonathan, anything more to add?
Dạ thưa con, lúc nãy con có nghe cái cuộc trao đổi đó vừa rồi á, thì nói về Satya Parami á. Dạ, thì nói tùy theo cái bối cảnh mà có thể hiểu về chân thật ở cái về hai sự thật á, sự thật chân đế và sự thật tục đế. Thì theo con hiểu như vậy, ví dụ như là ở thời điểm mà bối cảnh mà nói cái này là cái điện thoại, mà nói bối cảnh đó là về khái niệm, thì nó là sự thật của tục đế. Nhưng mà khi mà đang nói trong cái bối cảnh của các pháp thực tại, thì nếu như mà ở thời điểm đó vẫn nghĩ cái này là cái điện thoại, thì thời điểm đó không có Satya Parami, không có chân thật, đúng không ạ? Yeah.
So she said she has a question on the topic of Satya Parami, because during our discussion just now, we said that there are two truths: the Paramatha truth, Satya, Paramatha Satya, and Samuti Satya. So she would like to check whether she understood it correctly. When in the context of talking about the conventional world, if we say this is a book, then it's true, it's the truth. But if the context is talking about Paramatha Satya, then saying this is a book, then it's not the truth, isn't it?
So we have to begin again and again. What is a reality, and what is true, and what is not true?
Dạ, hiện giờ là cái thực như là đang có cái thấy và cái nghe ạ. Còn cái không thực thì là nghe.
So at this moment, the truth is there is seeing and there's hearing.
What is true?
Vậy thì cái gì là sự thực ạ? Cái gì là đúng ạ?
Dạ, cái hiểu về đúng thì là thực tại hiện giờ là cái thấy là chỉ là cái thấy, chứ không phải là ai thấy. Dạ, nó là chỉ là pháp thôi ạ.
That seeing is just that which sees, is no one.
So seeing is real, is so true, right? Seeing is real.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Not enough just say that it's real, but what is it which is real, that is so real?
Thực là ở khoảnh khắc. Ví dụ như cái nghe đi, con thời điểm này đang có cái nghe, mà cái pháp nghe thôi, mà cái này là con được học, nhưng mà nếu mà nói trên kinh nghiệm trực tiếp thì chưa, nhưng mà nó đang có thực ở đây, và cái nghe là cái nghe, không phải là con đang nghe. Yeah.
For example, about hearing. At this moment, hearing is true. And although I have not experienced the truth of it directly, but I can understand intellectually that the hearing is just the hearing, it's not I who hears.
And what about seeing? We just talked about seeing.
Thế còn về cái...
Dạ, thì cái thấy cũng vậy à. Nó có cái tính chất thấy thôi à.
Why seeing is real?
Tại sao?
Cái thấy nó là pháp à, và nó là một cái tính, có cái tính chất kinh nghiệm đối tượng à. Yeah.
It's the same than hearing. It's a Dhamma. In the sense that it's a Dhamma.
Seeing, why do we have to think about hearing? See, such
Dạ,
going around.
cái duyên con nghĩ rằng là con có thể diễn tả được, cái nghe nó dễ hơn.
Just by conditions at that moment, I think that I could express more clearly about hearing.
No, that is not seeing.
Dạ,
Seeing is not that can be understood by thinking about it and so on, but it's real.
dạ đúng rồi.
Why it's real now?
Bây giờ nó đang có à?
Because
Nó
it's
đang có hiện
there.
giờ.
Because it's there.
Because it's there now. See, is no one there at all. In order to understand what it's meant by seeing, just seeing, it's there. See, is no one.
Dạ,
Or someone.
dạ,
Or someone
dạ,
sees.
dạ không.
That's why firm confidence of the truth. Seeing is real because it now sees. And seeing cannot be anyone because only seeing sees. It arises to see, that's all. And then it's gone because it's only seeing.
Dạ,
It cannot be anything else at all. But even they're seeing right now, no understanding of seeing at all. But learn to understand the nature of seeing. It's not like that which is hard or soft or sweet, because the softness cannot experience anything at all. But there must be a reality different from that. It's real because it's there.
Yeah.
So someone might think that how come to have that characteristic arising in seeing? As there is hardness condition to arise be hard, seeing arises to see. Who can make it different? Who can stop its arising because it's there already? It means that no one can do anything because in truth, seeing is only seeing and then gone. Never last.
dạ,
Even right now, because there are hearing, thinking, and so on, which is not seeing. That's why we learn to understand what is true in life as it is. Not as I see, I hear, I like, I live at all. To consider whether the truth is only when it appears as it is. To see, not to do anything. And that is confidence of the truth. Is there someone at moment of seeing?
dạ không.
Is there some idea about seeing?
Dạ có.
Yes.
After seeing. Not at the moment of seeing.
Dạ.
So
Yeah.
learn to understand the nature of a reality which is there by conditions from birth to death. It is conditioned to arise, to experience an object according to its conditions, to experience sound or to experience that which is seen or smell or taste. See, this is the meaning of Dhamma. It's so true. No matter who knows the truth of it or not, it's there by conditions. So when there's hearing and no understanding of seeing, just take it for I see. Is it right or wrong?
Dạ sai ạ.
Ajahn.
True or not?
Dạ không đúng ạ.
Not true. Not true. That is because it's wrong.
And what about seeing? Is seeing wrong understanding?
Dạ không.
No.
So what is that which is wrong? Is it real?
Cái dạ có. ý niệm về cái thấy là ai đó thấy.
It's real. The idea of someone that sees.
So that is not seeing. Learn to understand each different moment.
Dạ đúng rồi.
To understand the truth. What is what? And that is firm confidence of the truth of each moment.
Con xin chào ngài cha.
Do you know the
Thank
Buddha?
you, Ajahn.
Without understanding his teachings about the truth. So now you learn who's the Buddha. Little by little, from understanding the truth of his words.
Con xin chào ngài cha nè. Rất là hữu ích à.
Would you like to say in English?
About Ajahn just mentioned at the moment of seeing, then you say not seeing. Any idea about the seeing? Idea about seeing? Can you elaborate a little bit more about that point?
It's idea.
Thinking. Object of thinking.
That's all.
Oh. The idea of visible object or idea of thinking, of seeing.
Idea of anything.
Anything. Then back to the point that I see, right? Then the idea that I see conditioned from what just seen, right, Ajahn?
Is it real?
The idea is not real, but thinking is real.
Why it's not real?
It's just thinking about just a story. It's just some object being thinking about.
Without that which thing, can there be any idea?
No.
So there can be the beginning of understanding what is real and what is not real.
So the seeing is real. The memory of the seeing is real. The thinking about it, conditioned by that memory, is real. But what is thought about is imagined. Like when sleeping and dreaming, the thinking is real, but the dream, the idea is imagined. And it's just like that now. So that after seeing, there's thinking about what is seen and the color, the shape, the impression, the object. So the thinking is conditioned and falls away. But the idea is just what is thought about. It's not conditioned. It doesn't arise and fall away because it's imagined.
Yeah, say in daily life, just idea about just what just seen, right? But same idea about what seeing is, it seem not appear.
So what about when there's the idea of I saw the table, I saw the person, I saw green, orange.
Okay.
It's an idea about seeing, but it's the wrong idea when it's the idea that it's I that saw. So we know, because we were talking about the asavas yesterday, we know that ditta asava can arise so very quickly and very subtle, and then a little more, until it's the idea of I see, I hear.
Okay. I think it's clearer.
So when there's the idea someone is there, there is the concept, but also not only concept, but also ditti. If there's the belief that some things or someone is real there.
Thinking with ditti.
Yes.
So quickly.
Yes.
Even when it's just a slight impression, not any words or real idea that there is thinking, just an impression after seeing that something is there, someone is there. And even before that, when it's just impression of a shape or a color or just something.
It is because of the nimitta of the seeing, or
Ignorance and wrong understanding. So there must have been countless moments of seeing of what is visible, countless visible objects experienced, and the nimitta of those visible objects are experienced. And there is that thinking with wrong understanding about the nimitta of what is visible, conditioned by sanya, remembering, oh, this is Tom, not Alberto, and this is someone. So much ignorance even now.
Someone is the object, right? But we're talking about the idea of I. And someone, I agree that that's point, right? But eyes mean that nimitta of the seeing, and the visible object, the idea of the something. It is correct.
The beliefs of something.
Yes,
when there is the belief in I see, I hear, there's the belief in the other that sees, that hears, the other that is there. So it's all ataditi, the idea of someone, something.
But it's not conditioned by, say, hearing nimitta or seeing nimitta, not conditioned by that point, right?
If there had been no seeing or hearing, like even when dreaming at night, there are no sensed or objects experienced, no seeing or hearing, but it's because of the seeing and hearing of visible objects and sounds before that there comes to be the dreaming about the sounds, the colors, the impressions, the people, the thing.
Even the Sotapanna has the seeing and has the nimitta of the scene and has the panyati of the scene, but they don't have the wrong view. So it's not so much the panyati or the nimitta are the fault, it's the ignorance and wrong view that's been accumulated. So we don't have to worry about having a panyati of someone. That's not the problem. The problem is mistaking the panyati as something real when it's not.
Taking the samuti satya that we were talking about for being paramatta satya. The Buddha and the Arahats all used samuti satya, but no mistaking it for paramatta satya, the absolute truth. A little summary from Ajahn's talk in Thai this morning, because today is a special holy day for the Thais, and we think of these people as being the Buddhists or being a Buddhist because one follows the teachings. And Ajahn reminded everyone, it's just for a moment, like at the moment of understanding, the moment of study, and only at those moments can one appreciate who is Buddha or what is Buddhist. But what about all the moments of ignorance and wrong understanding? And the idea that I am a Buddhist is just thinking about a story of Buddhist. And often people may think, especially in Buddhist countries, that this is a special day to pay respects or develop understanding or wear particular clothes. But actually, any moment, any time, any day is the moment for understanding.
So is today very important? The most important is understanding, not anything else.
Any moment is so precious when there's understanding, at home, while cooking, while traveling, anytime. There can be study.
Achan, if there is no understanding, it means there is no truthfulness to the truth, right?
Because actually there's no one, but we think that there must be someone or something in life all the time, right or wrong.
Right.
So without understanding, we live in ignorance.
Yeah. So there's the moment that there's truthfulness to the truth, that is the moment and understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The most precious in life is moment of understanding the truth of that very moment. And once it's there, it can grow or develop when there's more considering, heedless, in considering the truth when it's heard. For example, just Dhamma scene, how firm confidence of that. Dhamma is a reality. What is real is a Dhamma. So we learn about the absolute truth of this moment. Seeing is there, and that which is seen is there. In truth, when it appears well, can there be everything else together? And that is Vipassana Jnana, so clear. Because only one reality appears at a time, as it is, no one at all.
So that is vipassana, but even before at the level of satipatthana, it also has to appear once at a time, but not as clear as in vipassana jnana.
For example, there is hardness now. Is it the object of understanding, of direct awareness, of its characteristic as hardness only there? That's why it does not appear well. No matter what is seen or what is touched, or even the reality which experiences the object all the time. When there is no thought about it, can it be known?
No.
That it's different from that which is seen or heard or thought about from birth. And that's why there is the word citta, see, cittanupassana satipatthana. The chief of experiencing an object all the time. But at moment of enjoying something, what about that which arises and experience that object clear? While the attachment is there, does not experience it as clear as citta, because it has the characteristic of attachment instantly to that object. And this is the difference between each reality. Attachment is not aversion, it's not right understanding, it's not ignorance. When there is more understanding of each one, there is less attachment to it as I. Even it's so unskillful thinking, it's there already, gone. But the truth is that it appears well when nothing appears with it. That's why what is seen now appears. Citta, which experiences, does not appear in life until there is the attention to that which experiences, not the object which is experienced. This is the beginning. Otherwise, no condition to think about it. Is that right? How subtle it is. No shape, no form. Just experience now what is there. Different doorways. My conditions. That's why if there's no concern about the first moment in life, it's there. A reality arises, experience the object, but it's not through sixth doorway. So it's not the object of this world. This world does not appear yet until there are conditions for seeing, because that is the eye base conditioned by karma and so on. And there must be only one reality which can impinge on the eye base. That is what is seen now. Otherwise, it's the world of darkness. In darkness, even now unknown. So whatever is the very precise understanding, very keen, very clear, it has to be that moment of what is now appears through mind. And imagine mind covers up each sensor. That is true. But now it's not true, because there's always seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. Mind does not appear at all. So it's only thinking about mind and sensor until it appears, no doubt about what is meant by mind and sensor. And sensor is so very little, very fast, appearing and disappear. Is that true?
It must true.
Must true. A little more confidence of the enlightenment of the Buddha. Enlighten the very subtle truth. All for even the path now, the development of understanding little by little, letting go wrong understanding and attachment, little by little. Yeah. And
Very, very well done, Tiny Tam. Amazing.
and
it's been
this is
translating
the intellectual understanding of the Four Noble Truths. One round, the